You wake up, you grab your phone, you scroll, you check what everyone else is doing before you even remember who you are. Then you rush. Coffee, work, stress, noise, the same faces, the same conversations, the same routine that you swore you'd break, but never did. You come home, you eat, you sit, you scroll again. You tell yourself you'll rest, but you don't rest. You escape. You go to bed tired, not because you lived, but because you existed. Then tomorrow comes, and it's the same thing, again and again and again. You call it life, but deep down you know, this isn't living, this is drifting, this is autopilot. And autopilot feels safe, doesn't it? You don't have to think, you don't have to decide, you just do what everyone else does. Move, work, consume, repeat. But that safety, it's killing you slowly. You stop dreaming, you stop creating, you stop being curious. You became efficient at being miserable, a professional at surviving. You tell yourself, I'll change next week. But next week looks a lot like last week. And last week looked just like the one before that. You see, autopilot doesn't ask for permission. It sneaks in quietly, one routine at a time, one excuse at a time, until one day you realize you've been asleep for years. You can waste your entire life being awake, but never truly alive. Autopilot numbs you. It takes your edges, your passion, your purpose, and smooths them down until you don't even notice they're gone. You used to care. You used to have goals. You used to want more. But somewhere along the way, comfort replaced hunger, and distraction replaced purpose. Now the fire that once burned bright inside you, it's just quiet. You convince yourself that's normal, that this is just what adulthood feels like, that this is how it's supposed to be. But it's not. You were not born to exist. You were born to live, fully, deeply, intentionally. And if you don't wake up now, you'll spend decades wondering where your time went. Because one day you'll look back and realize something terrifying. Your life wasn't stolen from you. You gave it away to comfort, to fear, to laziness, to distraction, every scroll, every "I'll start tomorrow," every choice to stay comfortable instead of growing was a tiny piece of your life you traded away. And the world won't remind you. It'll keep feeding you distractions. It'll keep making you busy. It'll keep convincing you that motion is the same as progress. But it's not. Motion without direction is noise, and noise keeps you numb. That's the trap. And the longer you stay there, the harder it becomes to escape. So here's your moment to stop, to breathe, to wake up. You don't have to burn everything down. You don't have to run away from your life. You just have to wake up. There comes a moment, sometimes small, sometimes silent, but real. You wake up one day and something feels off. You don't even know how to explain it. You just feel it. You look around and it's like time has slipped through your fingers. Weeks feel like days. Days feel like seconds. And you're not even sure where they went. You realize you've been moving, but not living. Doing, but not growing. Existing, but not being. And that realization, that's your chance. It's your signal. The moment life whispers, wake up, you start noticing the things you used to ignore. The silence when you're alone. The tension in your chest. The feeling that maybe, just maybe, this isn't what you're supposed to be doing. You remember dreams you once had. You remember the fire you used to carry. But somewhere along the way, you buried it. You didn't mean to. You were just trying to survive. You were doing what everyone told you was right. Don't take risks. Don't dream too big. Don't stand out. You wake up, eat, scroll, sleep, repeat. repeat. And for a while, you believed them. You followed the rules. You played it safe. But now, you feel it. That little spark inside you, the one that never fully died, the one whispering that this can't be all there is. That spark, it's you, the real you, the version that wants more, the one that's tired of pretending you're okay with mediocrity. This is the moment you stop lying to yourself. You stop saying, I'll start tomorrow. You stop saying, I'm fine, when you know you're not. You stop saying, maybe someday. Someday is how years disappear. It's how people lose themselves. It's how potential fades into regret. Right here, right now, this moment of awareness, it's your restart, your clean slate, your reminder that you still have time, you still have control, you still have power. But awareness means nothing without action. You can't just wake up and see the truth. You have to live like you see it. You have to move differently, think differently, act differently. The world won't hand you the life you want. It'll hand you distractions, comfort, autopilot, and it'll whisper in your ear. Just stay where you are, but you don't have to listen anymore. This is your signal to start moving again, to reconnect with what matters, to look around and realize this is your life, and it's not meant to be wasted. Wake up, take control, breathe again, feel again. Because the moment you stop running on autopilot is the moment you start living on purpose. Now that you see it, you can't unsee it. Once you realize you've been stuck in that loop, that pattern of comfort, distraction, and pretending you're okay, you can't just go back. Because you know, that version of you that's living on autopilot isn't really living. And breaking that cycle won't be easy. It's not just about motivation. It's not just about a quote or a video that hypes you up for 5 minutes. It's about discipline. It's about decisions. It's about choosing every single day to not go back to sleep. You'll want to, because comfort feels safe. Autopilot feels easy. But easy won't build you, comfort won't fulfill you, and safety will slowly suffocate your potential. You break the cycle the moment you decide that average isn't enough, the moment you stop waiting for motivation and start creating momentum. You wake up, you don't hit snooze, you don't scroll, you don't waste the first hour of your day drowning in noise. You sit, you breathe, you remember your goals. You remind yourself, I'm in control today. That's how you start. Not with big, perfect plans. Not with someday. With small, consistent decisions that align with who you want to become. Read a page. Do 5 push-ups. Say no to 1 distraction. Go to bed 1 hour earlier. That's how change is built. Not in one explosion of effort, but in the quiet repetition of action. It's what separates those who dream from those who become. You'll fail sometimes. You'll slip. You'll lose focus. You'll fall back into old habits. That's fine. It's part of it. But this time, you get back up faster. You catch yourself sooner. You remember that every second you waste is a choice to drift away again. And you don't want that. You've felt that emptiness. You know how heavy it feels to live without purpose. So this time, you fight. You fight your old self. You fight your comfort. You fight every excuse that tries to pull you back into that loop. The cycle doesn't break by chance. It breaks when you decide you've had enough. Enough of wasting days. Enough of living halfway. Enough of surviving instead of living. This is where it shifts. This is where you take the wheel back and you tell yourself, no more autopilot, no more drifting, no more waiting for the perfect moment. This is the moment, and it's all you need. You don't need a perfect life. You just need a present one, a life where you're aware, where you choose, where every step, every action means something. That's what living with intention is. It's not about doing everything right. It's about doing things on purpose. You stop drifting. You stop letting the world decide what matters for you. You stop letting algorithms, routines, and fears run your days. You take back control. When you wake up with direction. You breathe. You look around. You remind yourself why you're here. You say, today I move forward. Today I build something. Today I live. You eat with awareness. You work with focus. You rest with peace. You live like time matters because it does. And when things go wrong, when life tests you, because it will, you don't shut down. You adjust. You adapt. You learn. You understand that pain isn't punishment. It's feedback. It's guidance. It's a reminder that you're alive, that you're growing. Living with intention means being uncomfortable on purpose. It means chasing growth instead of numbness. It means choosing discipline over distraction. And it's not glamorous. You won't always be seen. No one's going to clap for you every day. But that's okay, because you're not doing it for them. You're doing it for you, for your peace, for your potential, for the life you know you're capable of living. And maybe, just maybe, that's what happiness really is. Not the constant smile, not the comfort, but the knowing that you're becoming, every day, a little more focused, a little stronger, a little more aligned with who you want to be. So don't live on autopilot anymore. Don't drift. Don't numb yourself through your days. Wake up. Move with purpose. Work with passion. Rest with gratitude. This life, it's short, but it's yours. And the way you live it, that's your legacy. You don't need more time. You need more presence, more discipline, more intent. Because at the end, when it's all said and done, you'll realize something simple. You were never meant to just exist. You were meant to live, to build, to create, to become. So take this moment right now and promise yourself something real. No more autopilot, no more half living, no more waiting for a sign. This is it, your sign, your moment, your life.